2, and 1.
Boom. What's up? Hello.
Hello.
Hi. We up in this thing. Welcome to the Mirepoix podcast. We're back in action. The trio.
Back up in this thing.
I live. Big weed. And chill. Work hard in the way I live. This is the way I live. Yes. Welcome back to the Mirepoix. If this is your first time joining in, we are the Mirepoix. Mirepoix is the base vegetables to an amazing start to a dish. And we represent the Mirepoix in relation to great conversation, base conversation of just things.
Word.
Yeah. We're going to be talking about branding today. And my counterparts, we have...
Bam, bam, bam. Wait, actually, Sid, okay. Yeah, you gotta go first.
I go first.
Yeah, you were missing last time.
I am Sydney, aka Chef Sidtastic. I am the owner operator of Chef Sydney's Culinary Services. I am servicing San Antonio and surrounding areas in the way of dinner parties, cooking classes, anything culinary related, culinary artistry. I am about it. I just got done doing that wine dinner, the parents as well. And I also have a spice line, which we are going to be talking about, and another mystery service that is going to be coming out soon. So that's
Damn.
And you?
And I am, of course, Gilberto Casimiro Valdez Arias, representing the Guild, here to, provide a better business, weaponizing all my skills, experience. That way you don't have to. Helping bridge the gap for a whole lot of goodness for everyone. And our final musketeer.
Good evening, everybody. Your boy Chef Kais from the Chef Kais Experience.
Your boy.
Yes. Providing you a luxurious dining experience in the comfort of your own home or the environment you're choosing. We do catering, we travel, whatever service you're looking on the go. Mobile services with the restaurant experience. You're not missing anything. You still bring the elegance, the quality, the hospitable services, all to wherever you are, and that's what we do.
AKA bringing
heat. Bam.
Fire.
Yes. So we are going to be talking. Oh, well, we got to do our catch-up.
Yeah. So
I haven't seen y'all forever.
I will say this. Yes, today we are going to talk about branding through beautiful HEB brand products. Through Miss Sid's wonderful, amazing branded homemade spices, blend herself. Of course, we're tapping into all the major markets, Arizona, Doritos, Ruffles, the whole 9 yards. But you are damn right. We need to catch up. I haven't seen you in forever. What was you working on?
We were living together before, and now it's been a whole week apart. But yes, lots are going on. I'm moving, so a lot of packing, a lot of unpacking, mentally and physically. Just trying to get everything organized before I do so. When you move, like you try and do this thing where you're like organized about it. Like I'm gonna put everything in boxes and it's gonna be labeled, and I'm trying to do that ahead of time. But like
you need to hire
it's winding down, and I only have like 6 days left.
You need to hire somebody.
Yeah, well that's what I did the last time. But money a little funny this time, so I'm just gonna have to do it and have to grind it out and get it done. But every day I'm doing it, and I'm checking something off my list. And, so that's mostly what's been going on. Kai's birthday was yesterday. I have a 3-year-old now.
Feliz Navidad.
No.
That's Christmas.
Feliz cumpleaños.
There you go.
Well, so we had a grand old time yesterday. We went to Kids Empire, and it's like an indoor playground. But it's fit for adults too. They had like a soccer thing, like thing. That was pretty cool.
Did they have alcohol?
No, you can't bring alcohol.
Okay, not fit for adults. No.
Well, I mean, if you brought your canister like you're supposed to, then you could bring alcohol.
Oh, like I can bring my Yeti in?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Back to being adult friendly.
Yes. Yes, or mom cup, whatever.
Mom cup.
We're all inclusive over here.
Yeah.
Mom's drink too.
Eve.
But yeah, no, had a super fun day. He got a bike.
Oh, okay.
That's the most of. I got a little grocery basket, so now when I take him grocery shopping, he got his own basket. He don't be trying to debo mine.
I want this. I want that. I feel like that's dangerous though.
Yeah,
me too. I was thinking.
I know there's gonna. I need to get him one of those leashes that we connect our wrists so that he doesn't go too far. And he can put whatever he wants in there, but all of it will go back.
Wow,
imagine
good job.
going to the owl cashier and being like, "Yeah, I'm gonna take all of this, but all that I need you to take."
Yeah.
You see this whole cart here?
Yeah, disregard that.
Yeah.
Good thing is like
he's practicing.
Yeah, he's practicing. I am going to take him on a little shopping spree. I had posted our Cash App so that people can shoot him some birthday money, and I was going to take that money and take him to Target, maybe five below, and get some stuff. He can get some stuff in his basket.
Yeah, don't take him to Target.
No.
Yeah, that's
originally that was the original plan. He's gonna be able to get 2 things in.
yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Yeah, like run it up at Five Below. Run it up.
Right.
He got about like $117.
That's great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Five Below has some good stuff too.
They do.
They got like little cute boom boxes, stuff that works too.
Really
all
do.
the toys.
Yeah.
I know I'm an adult, but I still like going over shopping to Five Below myself. I'm like, oh, which one got? They had Squishmallows for a second.
Yeah, that's about everything. Oh, and then what did I? Oh, we haven't talked about the one. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, hey, you got the one coming up.
Oh,
we kind of shouted out for you, but what's the details on that? I saw you posted.
Yeah, so it's we're going to South America. We're gonna do 5 countries, including Nicaragua. We're gonna do Spain. We're gonna do Puerto Rico. We're doing.
Hey, where's Colombia on the list?
Colombia's not on there. Do they have wine? I don't think they have wine.
Oh, do they have wine? No.
Yeah, I don't think so. Because I wanted to do I wanted to do somewhere, and she was like, "Yeah, I don't think there's wine there." I was like,
What about that? What's the place that Tempranillos really?
Spain is really popular with Tempranillos. Texas is great for
I know
Tempranillos
there's a
too.
place South America though that's
So Argentina and Chile Argentina and Chile have the only 2 like recognized ABA regions.
Yeah.
But hey, last episode we did a little coffee liqueur made in Colombia. Not that that's wine, but got us feeling good.
It goes down. It goes down the same.
It looked good. It looked good. But yeah, so that's going to be September 24th. We actually have a new location. So it's not going to be at her house. We had some people that know someone who has an open space they're not really using. So we're gonna try it there, and then hopefully we'll be able to use that space more often.
Yeah.
Some stuff.
So connections.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So
Oh yeah.
For my catch-ups, hello everyone again. Welcome home. It's just been more of the grinding, more building. We're doing today's episode about branding. That's something I've been thinking a lot. I know all our wonderful viewers at home asking what we're eating. Hey, what we doing? What's up, everybody? Hello, pleasure to see you. There hasn't been any official guild content as of yet, but coming soon. The brand is building, the brand is brewing, and we're going to unleash a storm unlike the world has ever seen, nay, the universe. We will take over. And that's what I've been working on. That was my little catch up, trying to build my own brand and trying to understand it and really put all my feet forward.
That's dope, man.
Yeah.
We're coming off of a wine dinner as well. Went to Slate Theory Thursday. Did a 4-course meal for 50 people with no kitchen.
Yeah.
It was putting out fires all week long.
Yeah.
So
some debacles there.
You don't know the half of it.
Yeah. What's a couple of things? Share with us.
Oh man, it's a lack of kitchen. That was but I will say to that extent, all the debacles we were having of not having electricity or not having fire, or not having power, or having to last minute try to shuffle around. That's the professional experience you get with any 3 of us. Whether it's the Kais experience, the guild, or Chef Sitastic, it comes with that professionalism and experience to handle those fires as they pop up.
Yeah, but just dealing with life stuff in addition to business and, there's a lot that goes on behind doors that people don't care about. They want to see the food on the plate when it's time to serve, and they want to see you out the house when it's time for you to go. So, and literally and figuratively. So, it is what it is, but we keep moving forward. After that, we had a dinner on Saturday. 10 guests, 4 course meal. And that went really well. They actually both went pretty well, all things considered. And I feel like I'm starting to kind of enter into like a Kobe mode. So like when my worst days are better than a lot of people's best days, without too much arrogance. But I just kind of been feeling like, man, I could have done that better, and people are still really appreciative of it, and they're still in awe, and we're still thrilling the clients, and that's what it's all about for me. Like, I don't want you to ever be able to feel what's going on in the background. Like, I want you to be able to still taste the love, taste the passion, see the professionalism, see the passion, and keep it moving. So those are my catch-ups. Going back to the ranch this weekend. It's just been busy, been a blessing, but been busy. So
yeah, for sure. Oh, I put my 2 weeks in too.
Oh.
yeah. I am pivoting. I'm putting my 2 weeks in. I'm just gonna, for the time being, I'm just gonna hit up the meal prep for a little bit. I'm gonna rent out a space at the incubator and just grind that out for a little bit until something else. And I'm still doing, bookings and stuff like that. But
that's always a big thing too. Into building the brand is the time you're putting into someone else's business and making them shine and making them be great and putting them all your forth. Yeah. You're doing that for yourself. Then it don't matter what business you're putting toward. If you apply yourself, you Kobe yourself, it's always going to pay out better. So I'm definitely excited to hear it.
Paying your due.
And the only reason why I did that is because I knew it was going to be temporary, and I was waiting to hear back from that client, which that's a no go. So I'm like, okay,
back to drum board. We keep moving forward.
Keep it going.
Mommy.
I will say on that regard to building into branding, time to dive into the food portion. Everything this time around was actually brought to us by the Hill Country Fair HEB brand. Everything top to bottom, just some quick little chicken sliders, a little Asian slaw. Legitimately, everything I purchased through HEB. I got their HEB brand buns. You don't need to go use those expensive King Hawaiian rolls no more. I went through everything, the rotisserie chicken, the Asian style slaw. It all got brought in, and with the lines of that branding, Hill Country Fair, man, I will say it's my favorite brand to ever exist. I know it's technically the storehouse brand or whatever, but they hit. They are consistent. They do every product that they stock on their shelves as a Hill Country variant.
I thought it said creamy.
I was Cool Ranch Dorito.
Cream Dorito.
And then I brought some traditional household name brands. For people who aren't in Texas, HEB is that ASMR real quick. Everybody knows the Doritos, the Lay's, the Ruffles. These are a household. I went to Cancun. I always talk about this. Maybe this is the only time I've ever been out the country. But even in Mexico, they have these brands, and they might look a little different, but you can still recognize labeling and brand. They're coming off of it. Also, the undefeated Arizona tea. We had to bring those in. So these are some of my, I won't say favorite brands, but some recognizable brands that you see all the time.
Chat's popping off right now. Sorry to intrude. Some man just chatted, take them bites. With,
you seen that? You seen that?
Oh, yeah.
But yes, HEB, what the hell? HEB.
You want some brie cheese in here? Is that what
that's what we're missing on this little sandwich.
Some HEB brie. But HEB is like consistent with their brand in that it's good quality.
Yeah.
You can't go a lot of places that have like their own, like even Walmart brand.
Yeah.
It's just not that good of quality. I'm sure that they try to, but I feel like every single HEB brand that I've tried is legit. Even the bacon,
yeah, everything top to bottom, and that's HEB is definitely a good master class in creating, building a not just a brand but a business. To where if you think about, for those that did grow up in San Antonio, and for those that got to experience it now, HEB 25 years ago was literally just a little neighborhood grocer. 15 years ago, it was a really nice, amazing grocery store. 10 years ago, you started getting the, hey, you can save a couple cents if you buy that Hill Country Fair brand. And they didn't brand it as HEB, they branded it as Hill Country Fair.
Mm-hmm.
And from there to...
Let me ask you this real quick. Is Hill Country just like a lower version of it? Because I see Hill Country and I see HEB brand, and they're typically two different tiers.
Yeah, well, so now that's exactly what it's built itself into. Is they first provided the Hill Country Fair brand as the essentially house brand. Very few people knew it was the house brand, but it was theirs, and it allowed them to start sort of taking business away from other people. You know what I mean? Like, hey, don't buy the Pluckers brand, whatever, buy the Hill Country Fair. And their customers did, and they enjoyed it. It was a good product. It was consistent. And as you said, now they have pivoted and transitioned into a true HEB brand and said, hey, this is our top of the line. This is going to be more than those other brands, but it's going to be worth it because you already know from even our cheaper brand, we provide a consistent product. And at the end of the day, consistency is your standards. Your standards are your brand. Regardless of what way you're taking it, what way you're tackling it, it starts with what do I do 100 times out of 102 times? How do I to create something that I can do, replicate, recreate at a consistent and constant level? And the rest just kind of follows suit from there. And HEB did a dang good job of it. And I'm not to say that Ruffles or Doritos or any of them others have it. Everything that gets to this level found their success through their branding.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and that's regardless of if the product is actually good or good for you. I.e. like McDonald's. And we all know what McDonald's is. We know it. But their brand has always been cheap stuff. And you can get it. And over the years we've kind of learned what it is that they're doing. But it doesn't matter because it's just tried and true. It's always going to be the same, unless you're talking about like temperature wise. You go there and it's going to be cold stuff. Not talking about that, but you're going to get the same product. You're going to get a cheaper product. So if you're looking to save some bucks and just eat something that you already know, you know about those yellow arches.
Yeah, and like what you're saying, they want to be see something familiar, and that's where you kind of go into that brand loyalty. Like it doesn't even matter how bad it is for you. A lot of people might have diabetes or all types of health issues, and they will still go to McDonald's as opposed to something more local, something fresher, things like that, because they like that familiarity. They like that consistency. They know what they're going to get every time. So branding is, I feel like branding is bigger than the item.
Oh, all day.
Bigger than a product.
And it's also more than a product.
Well, and it's funny too how flexible it is because, we mentioned HEB or McDonald's. McDonald's brand originally started as, hey, this is where to get the best burger in town at the best price. They're using all real meat, all real this, back in like the 30s or 50s or the 1908s, whenever they started their journey. They were actually recognized with or synonymous with greatness. And then they actually transitioned that and pivoted that into rebranding, redesigning, and continuing, relying off of, but you said that familiarity. Everyone's mom and dad went to McDonald's, so you got to go too. And now our kids, oh yeah, mom and dad used to go to McDonald's too. Might have been at midnight, might have been, only spending $4, but they still went. And it's funny how, well, not funny, but it's a good story to tell, just as HEB is a master class in the modern era, McDonald's is a tried and true of true persistence and length. They're a worldwide brand.
Yep.
They're in every single country, and they're known for different things at different levels.
Yeah, so what helps them with that branding is being everywhere. So I was watching a documentary on McDonald's, and it was like people got us, messed up. They got us confused. They think that we're in the industry of burgers. We're actually in the real estate industry. Our job is to literally be everywhere
Yeah.
in prime locations. Like you know, there's off the highways, right next to grocery stores and neighborhoods. You can spot a McDonald's, and I think there's like a calculation that they're like maybe like 5 miles away from each other. Like
In the U.S., you cannot, as a human being, travel more than 72 miles in any direction before you hit a McDonald's. As long as it's a straight path. So from your house here, we can take this angle, this angle, this angle, this angle, this angle, this angle. No matter which angle we take, within 72 miles, we will run into a McDonald's.
I believe that. And I mean, that's just, considering you're going outside of the city limits.
Yeah, exactly.
You're in town, you're going to run into McDonald's way before.
Way before.
So, definitely a part of their branding, just being upfront, being in your face, being consistent. Those big golden arches, you already know what that represents. So,
because really, at the end of the day, like they said, it's not necessarily about the product. Hill Country Fair, it is about the product, but it's now that we have the product, it's not about that. It's about the consistency. It's about seeing that anywhere. It's about seeing the prices and being able to choose that as a lower price.
Yeah.
But every time I see a Hill Country Fair, like I'm probably, well, not every time, but I'm probably going to choose that one just because now I know that product is, a good product, better. And it costs less.
And even now you have the HEB brand too. If you are looking to say, no, I want a quality product. Yeah. Now there's the HEB brand because they've been able to pivot not to pivot ourselves into drinks, but in the same way that Decoy is essentially sub-brand of Duckhorn. Duckhorn sells their wines for hundreds of dollars. Decoy comes along, this bottle here at our wonderful HEB, $15. And it still goes good. It drinks well. It's still at their same quality. They still put their name behind it. And that's one of the ways that essentially your brand can be known for a lot of things. Your brand can be known for you. It can travel and it can grow in ways that as long as you foster it, as long as you let it, you'll get there.
Yeah. Boy. Same as it's like what we do. Not necessarily. We're definitely not necessarily a product. I mean, like we have products, but our brand is what we do and the quality, the quality of what we do, the professionalism, the things that we do every time that we go to a client's house, or the products that we use every time we go to a client's house. So that is building our brand. And then when products are involved, then that's a whole different, that's a different brand. So.
Yeah. Well, speaking of building brands, your reputation precedes you, madame. We got people in our chat blowing up about Whataburger being the greatest thing ever, better than McDonald's, beats all other chains. And apparently Hill Country Cream Soda is the best cream soda. So,
I mean, I still prefer HEB brands over Hill Country itself. I can't think of any Hill Country product that I do.
I suppose you didn't grow up here, Mr. Alabama. You didn't have the greatness.
But I've been here for 10 years. So within your time frame, I was here just in time for that, product.
That growth.
Yeah, so and I love HEB in general just because they're able to have almost everything you need. The only thing that I don't, or that I wish they had more of, like the things that you can find in Whole Foods and Sprouts, like microgreens and more gut stuff and lamb stuff, things like that.
Like an actual meat case.
Yeah.
But then they also have Central Market, which is owned by HEB.
Yeah. And also, and going to that, another tier of premium items.
They're trying to capture a little bit of everybody.
And they're doing a great job doing it. I was in Central Market maybe a few weeks ago, and there was a guy who was talking about having to move from San Antonio. And he was like, God forbids I go to a place that doesn't have a Central Market. Because I think Central Market only is in San Antonio and Austin.
And Houston.
Yeah. Oh, they got one in Houston now?
Okay.
Yeah. I don't think, I don't know. I think Houston.
I know in Dallas they don't have HEB at all.
Cowards.
Fort Worth does.
Not Dallas.
No. Dallas
there's a thing. They have like Kroger's. And, what's that other place?
And now Kroger's is starting to deliver here. You see that? Have you ever been to Kroger?
Yeah.
Y'all got Kroger in Alabama?
Nah, but I've been to other cities with Kroger's.
I found that interesting that they
there's a Kroger here.
They deliver here.
Huh.
They're not here, but now they're starting to deliver to your door.
Interesting.
I seen a truck that was like a refrigerated truck. I saw that. Then I saw a post, and they took a picture of their groceries in front of their door. They were like, "Oh yeah!" Like I'm so excited. Kroger is here. I like Publix over Kroger, so I don't get the.
Oh yeah.
If you're gonna get Kroger, if you're gonna get Kroger, you might as well get HEB.
Do you know about Publix?
Like the store chain?
Yeah.
Only in myth. I've never actually been to one.
Well, so what would you say is better, Publix or HEB? It's not a thought. HEB.
No, HEB.
Yeah.
I was just trying to remember going there when I was in Atlanta. I was just trying to look and see. I do like their hot food though.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Food,
the chicken.
The hot food kind of
chicken. And their sandwiches.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because they have they have like a Subway style like sandwich station. Yeah. I love that.
But going into the brand, there's a sandwich or a deli meat company called Boar's Head.
Yeah.
That's pretty much like premium meats and cheeses and all types of stuff. And Publix had that. I'm pretty sure HEB, they don't have a meat or a sandwich bar.
I mean, no. They have
Central
their
Market does.
Yeah, I was going to say Central Market does. HEB has their pre-made sandwiches.
Mm-hmm.
And
Central Market, you can get they don't make, they do over there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they got a whole salad bar. They got a whole deli area.
I never go over there.
I always see a line there though, so I'm curious.
Yeah, just like the businesses around there, it's just probably a little. It's just more convenient, maybe for them. I don't know. I go in there to go shop for my clients mostly.
Can I have one of them Arizonas?
Oh yeah.
Sorry,
I should about three. Anybody is welcome.
You want to share?
Can I taste it? I have had Arizona, but not.
It's just super light, refreshing.
Yeah,
and they're only $1.
I don't think they're.
They used to be. They used to be. Those are the ones that I've had. But it was never the green tea. Like this is like an original. I don't know. I never had the green tea one. It was just like the regular Arizona. Like
I'm not gonna lie. I love the sugary ones. Yeah. So their flagship, the original Arizona tea, was a green tea. And then they released a Arizona tea, an iced tea.
Yeah, sweet tea.
I think I used to do like
Arnold Palmer's.
Yeah, I got this grape and watermelon.
And my sugary loving self. Woo! Them fruit punches, them watermelons. Oh, man. Bro, I'll drink like 60 of them, even though that's just syrup.
In high school, when you're like just too broke for a real drink, you get a big drink, $1. And it's like $1.
Yeah.
So. Definitely. Read us the comments like we're getting
So, to take it back from where we left off, Cassie said, hey, hopping on. And then the whole Whataburger debacle started where they admitted it was the greatest thing ever. And then someone said, hey, don't be sleeping on Popeyes, Mr. Jones. Oh, yeah, we got Quincy Jones in chat. Just so everyone knows, the Quincy Jones is in chat right now. Blow it up for him. Shout out to the Jones man one time. And then Cassie said that her favorite brand is HEB. HEB is the best store for groceries and all humans around. Kelsey says Strawberry Hill Country Soda is the best. Yeah. And then Operative Coke Zero says he's currently living in Washington and he can tell y'all we ain't got nothing as good as HEB. Them fools lacking.
Facts.
Yeah. HEB the best. Texas the best. We rolling deep.
Even chips. And it's funny because I'm pretty sure HEB, I feel like over time, you go to a regular grocery store, you have your main brands taking up the central, aisle space on the shelves. Now you go to HEB, you're going to see HEB brands before they'll put the Lay's super high up or super low. And the theory behind that is if people really want these brands, they're going to go to any extent. They're going to reach up.
Yeah.
If they can persuade their guests or
if you make
customers,
it easy,
that's just to pick up and grab, and they do a great job doing that. So back to the branding. Sometimes you have to manipulate things in order to really get people on board.
Yeah.
They try it, and now we're pretty much vouching for them. Yeah, they got a great brand.
Yeah. And I was going to say, too, to that extent, if you make it easy, they will come. That has been one of the things I push to every restaurant, everyone that I've ever worked with or touched. I'm just like, look, make it easy for people to give you their money, for people to buy from you, for people to use you, and they will. Whether it is something like your product is right here on the shelf versus or like blah, 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 blah. boom, it's easy, I'm taking it. Whether it's easy to sign up for a service, whether it's easy to put in an inquiry, whether it's easy to just, hey, it feels good to come spend your money here. We give you a lot of value, or whatever makes it easy for you, whether it's a drive-through, a expedited menu, a specific lunch menu, or whatever it might be. Making it easy is a phenomenal thing, especially when it comes to branding. Is it easy to share your stuff? Are you on every platform available? Are you, reaching out here or there? And yeah, making it easy is the best practice. And HEB really do it well. Like you said, we're sitting here hyping them up. So much to the point we ain't even talking about the wine where we're like, man, HEB. When's HEB making their own wine? Come on, Hill Country Beer.
I'm sure they're working on it. There are difficulties, though. That's why it's so important it matters when people get it, when companies get it. Like McDonald's got it, HEB has got it, they got it down. But I will say that smaller companies, small businesses, I see differences within them. Like sometimes I look at a company and I'm like, who made that decision to do that? Like that's not attractive at all.
Yeah.
So, being able to appeal to people, or even the names that they choose, I'm like, who signed off on this name? It's horrible. I have gone through different stages of branding, even just within my spice blend.
Yeah.
This is my second set of branding on this. So I changed the packaging, I changed the labels, I changed the not the name of them, but I added sub names to all of them. Like so, each one of them has like a special name now. So this is now a part of my branding, my rebranding. And these are just the test ones. Like this isn't even my real label; it's just like a paper one. But I needed to see if it was gonna work. So yeah, and I'm still rebranding. I have been rebranding for a long time, but I'm gonna get it together because you have to take your time in choosing, the things too. So I don't rush anything. Everybody knows me in life. Whatever, however it rolls out, it'll roll out. But I do want to make sure that everything is good and set to go once I put it out there to make it easy for people to find and purchase these things. So,
I was curious. What would you say, or how would you define like your overall brand? Like if someone was going to ask you like, what is your brand? What does it look like? Like how would you answer that?
Right. What is my brand? My brand is changing how people view food in a healthier, more flavorful way. So all of my spices and even the way that I cook my food for the general people, I tend to make healthy switches to the item. So these are all low calorie, gluten free, all the things, low sodium, stuff like that. So I'm very conscious of making the things that I do healthier than with what you can normally get without losing flavor in my private clients as well as this brand of spices.
What about the guild? What does the guild look like?
You be a good sir. You caught me with my mouth. Right.
Call me with my pants down.
Very few people are that. So, the guild's brand. A brand manifests itself in a lot of ways. One of the biggest ways is your consumer, right? Your customer base. And so to that extent, I would say my brand at the moment is a guild, an organization with a large network of team and people and associates to help target small business owners that are looking to grow, expand, whether it's a food truck, finalizing its product and learning how to get the owner to step away from the food truck, whether it's a pop-up group setting up more pop-ups, or anything under the sun like that. It is a definitely targeted organization of people that are here to make a better business practice using all of our skills and all of our assets.
Word.
I do. What I'm saying before I say what I'm saying. What is your brand?
So I got my hat on, luxurious foodies, and what I would like what I like to say my brand is, it's a luxurious chef service. So what makes it luxurious is just the time, the effort, the attention to details, the care that I like to personally make sure that my clients are able to feel, to see, to taste, in each event. I try to treat everybody equally with the same level of attention to details. And, just wanting to have that being, received from both ends. So luxury.
I was gonna say, I like how, I mean, you basically say your brand every that's how you introduce yourself. But then, like when you're in conversation with people, you say that you have a spiel. Is that, but that is your brand. That description there is straight up.
Thank you,
No, I mean
gracias.
the brand is again your customers. It's how you work. It's who you work with. It's who you surround yourself with. Like your brand, especially now in the modern era with digital everything everywhere. It's everything. It's how you post. It's what your personal account looks like. It's what your burner account looks like. Your brand manifests itself in just about every way. And on that same extent, one of the ways that I tend to express myself is always very similar to Japanese Bushido, and being the way of a samurai and the pride of a warrior. And I was going to say, you had mentioned with the luxurious foodies saying, oh, we want to make sure it smell good, it look good. That was one of the things I always say, like at any restaurant I would work at or teach my servers or anything like that, I would always, hey, look, here at this place, we're an assault on all five senses. We look good, we sound good, we smell good, we taste good. And if you're lucky, you'll find out we feel good too, or something like that.
Feel good and find out it tastes good.
Yeah, thanks. Good. Yeah. But yeah, an assault on all five senses. It's not we look past the immediate and the intermarrying to truly dive deeper and dig deeper.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, Bushido. She got it.
He got me all fired up.
Yeah, Bushido Spanish.
It's the decoy.
I am. So again, branding a decoy, they not partner themselves, but they split off a major luxury product and made it available to the vast consumer. And it works. It's delicious. As far as branding, this is specifically targeted to, the fun gals. Yes, way rose, etc., etc. So that's what we're drinking on. That's what we're sipping on.
They're jamming downstairs.
Oh, okay. There's a house party downstairs.
Oh, I was like, what?
I thought you were tapping on the table or something or doing your foot. That's why I kept looking over there. I don't know what it was.
No, it's
my neighbors.
All right, so let me ask, what does everyone think their timeline is on surpassing HEB with their own brand?
Give me a year.
Bars.
Give me 365 days. Today is Monday, September 12th. In 1 year, I will. Chef Kai's will be more of a household name than HEB.
Yeah. You heard it here first.
1 year.
Believe that.
Take that mixtape. So
I'm gonna go 3.5 years.
365 days, like Kendrick Lamar said.
Oh, is that what that is?
Yeah, I think when he released Mr. Morale, he's
definitely more than 800 days.
I mean, 800 days like 3 years, no?
3 years is at least 900.
Well, yeah, it's 365 days plus 365 days is definitely more than
600. Yeah.
But we get the gist.
Yeah. Whatever number he said.
Taking my time,
800
doing it right,
days.
raising a kid. He kind of gonna surpass me. He gonna be on before I get on. But that's why I'm raising chefs over here.
So HEB has 200 followers. I mean 200,000 followers.
That's it.
Yeah. So I hear you.
I don't know. All I need is 2 good videos. Me and Kai wouldn't work. We on there.
All I need is one mic. All I need is one take.
What about you, brother?
So, in true Guild fashion, in true Gilbert fashion, I'm sorry, in Gilberto Casimiro Valdez Arias fashion, The day I release my Instagram and drop my webpage, it's going to be the website launched around the world. You know what I mean? It's going to be in history books. We're going to get there. But in a more realistic fashion, you know what? I'll say to surpass 200,000 followers. Man, you already took the good answer of a year.
He kind of did.
It's a good answer.
It's a good answer. It's a realistic.
There's nothing wrong with having multiple good answers. It just confirms that we're all on the same page.
I'm going to go a year, 2 days.
Yeah.
All right. You know? He said 365. I'm going to go 366.
64, I'm going to beat you. You know what I mean? Like, no, that's a good year. I feel like, and the recipe is going to be having the right people on your team, having the right people push you in that direction. And as long as you have that, man, I mean, the sky is the limit. And I definitely feel like God is putting people in my life that is really helping me see that through.
Yeah.
So,
on the way.
I'll say a year.
On the note of recipes, earlier when you talked about my brand, I mentioned that, hey, part of your brand is who shops you. What does your customer base look like?
Yeah.
Another big part of branding would be, your consistency, the product you're putting out, how you're putting it out, et cetera, et cetera. Mm-hmm. And finally, well, maybe not finally, but another big part is your marketing. Who are you targeting? Where are your Facebook ads popping up? Where's your Instagram page linking to?
Yep.
And I got to ask, is there any other ways y'all think that there is essentially branding manifests itself? Is there any other part of the recipe you think there exists to brand success?
So I think you pretty much named things that happened prior to getting in front of the client. You're kind of just building up that anticipation before people try my food. They tell me, "Oh, I've been seeing you on here. I've seen you on there," and it's really once they actually get the food in front of them, from them walking in the house and smelling, from them sitting at the table, seeing the presentation, from how you're interacting with them throughout the whole dinner piece. You've been telling me, hey, you need to work on, how you speak to your clients, and that's going to really elevate it. But once you get them in front of you, that's really what seals the deal. That's what creates that brand loyalty for me.
Yeah, the product.
Yeah, the actual product and them actually experiencing that product firsthand is when it's like, oh, okay, I see now.
Yeah.
This is
what the hype was about.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, for sure. Marketing definitely is a big one, and getting them to that point is a big one.
Yeah.
For a lot of people in San Antonio, or really wherever, those Facebook groups, you can see a lot of brand loyalty because somebody asks for a painter or whatever. They're gonna, like, a lot of people are gonna they're gonna tag the same painters.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
When they ask for a chef, there's about 5 of them that they will always tag, that also, and the more people that you end up cooking for, or whatnot, the more people that will vouch for you.
Right.
But for me, it definitely is getting them to that point. So the marketing is really heavy. In word of mouth is one thing. That'll always
the best
be
marketing model.
But I have found that a lot of people are just finding me randomly, not even necessarily with the Facebook groups, but just randomly. I did hear about a way that you can target people, because you have to find different ways to reach people. It can't just be social media, because one, like I've had my say for instance my Facebook for years. Let's just say 10 years. The people on my Facebook are people who are just my friends. I want to keep up with you. They're not my clientele.
Right.
So in order to reach the people that I want to, who are my clientele, there has to be different ways. And there's one way, and I was actually thinking about it today. I've thought about it a lot of times, but I haven't done it. I forget what it's called. But you know how, like, if you work at a call center, you cold call and you go. So it's a way that you can get neighborhood databases and basically have a list of the addresses in Alpha Heights. You just type in the zip code, and then you can get the addresses, and then you can send your cards to them or your flyer to them. Yeah.
Well, I was
Because
gonna
you
say
can't just put stuff in people's mailboxes.
that's one of the scariest parts about like Facebook and Instagram. Not scary, but like one of the biggest things we have to accept is, when I was helping Blackboard Barbecue, for instance, get up on the map, get building, get growing. One of the things I did was make use of Instagrams. Like they have a feature that breaks down, this is your viewers, this is your content, blah, blah, blah. But they also have a way, like when you sign up for their ads, right? When you sit there and you say, hey, I want to run an ad campaign, you pay that money to get it there. They let you target people. They let you choose people. I got to sit there and say, hey, this post, I want it to reach 18 to 35-year-olds in the city of San Antonio, the Hill Country area, and the city of Austin. And I paid about $5 to $10 per post that I did like that. And it's in that same sense of like you were saying, being able to find those people and essentially target them. If we want to get real scary, a few years ago, Kais and I were talking about this recently. There was a company called Spinner. And essentially, you could get someone to sign up or to click a link or do some little thing, and it would start targeting them with whatever you wanted. So if you wanted someone to quit smoking, for instance, you would put their email in. They would get sent an email, hey, click this link, whatever, blah, blah. It don't matter, you would just put their email in a database. And all of a sudden, I don't know whatever digital magic it worked on, but on their Instagram, their Facebook, et cetera, top to bottom, all they would see is ads for quitting smoking. For, top 10 reasons quitting smoking will save your life. Oh, I quit smoking and I started, fulfilling all my goals and all those different type of targeted ads. And it's one of those things that ads rule the world, marketing rules the world. I saw something recently where someone said, why are marketing agencies or marketing people charging so much? Because they're worth their weight in gold. It's like a good chef coming to you now and saying, hey, you're doing a restaurant? I'm a great chef and I'll give you fantastic food. Yeah. They're worth their weight in gold. It's a salesman saying, hey, I'll go door to door, just like the Hoover vacuums did.
Yeah. And it's like knowing that there's a treasure in this particular area, yet you have no idea how to get to it.
Yeah.
Yet you have this one person saying, hey, I can guide you to that journey on how to achieve this treasure. Just follow me. That's essentially what a great marketer is.
Yeah.
Helping you get to those goals. So I would never, take that credit or say, well, I don't believe in marketing. No, marketing is how people even figure out who I was. I didn't have, any type of recognition in the city. It was just literally me having to constantly think of ways to get into people's faces, and that's how marketing can make and literally break you. You know what I'm saying? So it's a big deal.
You really have to shove you have to shove whatever it is down somebody's throat.
Yeah.
My theory is like because you'll see it. I'll see a post about an event or whatever. Mm-hmm. I'll see it and I'm like, okay, whatever, pass by it. I'll see it again and I'm like, whatever, I'll pass by it. Third time I'm like, let me read this again. Yeah. Let me just read it. Fourth time, maybe fifth time, like, let me see if I'm available that day.
Yeah, everyone's talking about it.
Or if you see somebody is like, okay, I bought my ticket. Like, there's people actually going to this. Let me check this out. Yep. They just like really having to be consistent and shove it down people's throat. You're not gonna. There's no oversharing. You cannot post enough. Nope. I don't care. Like people are like, oh, we need to post one time there, 3 times a day. You can post 5 times a day. As long as people are seeing the information over and over and over, then you have a better chance at really actually reaching them and getting them to get the service. And that should be like, that is, I think, the biggest part of branding is shoving it down people's throats.
I mean, to that same extent, there's a marketing firm or marketing agency, whatever you want to call it. They worked with Universal and they purchased the rights to all music festival related things with Shrek. I don't know how expensive it was or what, but now Shrek Rave, who cares? It's fun, exists. It tours all around the nation, and it's who I'm about to find out. I'm going September 30th if anyone wants to meet me there.
Are you?
Yeah, I'm going to Shrek Rave. Who
Oh,
cares?
wow.
It's fun.
Yeah.
I'm gonna check it out. Like you said, you
Where's
see
that,
it 5
Austin?
times. No, well, they do have one in Austin. They're doing 2 shows in Houston, 2 shows in Dallas, one in Austin, and one in San Antonio.
Oh, okay.
They also got like 4 shows in Atlanta. They got like 5 in New York City.
Can you please paint yourself green?
Oh no, yeah, it is definitely a no kids allowed event. It is a adults rave. But no, you're never gonna see a bumper sticker on Ferrari. You know, I'm not gonna pay myself green.
That's that branding.
Yeah.
Well, which I want. Well, you had something that was on.
Oh yeah. What I was gonna ask is, how do y'all feel about door to door? How do you feel about legitimately just knocking and, hey, have you had a chance to hear about your Lord and Savior? You know, the Guild.
I think there's another way of doing the door to door. So what I would do back when I was selling plates and I was getting closer to the day of actually selling the plates and I didn't have the number that I wanted, I would literally copy and paste. Hey, I'm selling plates to everybody on my DM, everybody that I recently spoke to. I would just go put in, hey, place sale tomorrow. This is what I have. This is how much it costs. Let me know if you're interested. And I'll just literally pretty much email blasting. Is the I feel like the modern
social
version.
media blast.
Yeah, because this is Texas. You're gonna get shot if you're people not playing that. Don't come to my door,
man.
Especially with all the diseases and shit going around.
Yeah,
don't
do that. So
somebody knock on my door without calling me first and not answering. I will ninja around.
First and foremost, do a little Pete. How can I help you? Yeah, I just wanted to talk about. No, thank you.
I'm not even answering. Y'all are not. Y'all can see 12 cars in the garage. I'm not here.
Yeah, yeah. So, yeah, I'm not. I'm with it in the modern terms, but not physically.
Not the physical door to door, but its modern interpretation. Which I mean is definitely that. That's how we got the gig at Slate Theory. Was I copied and pasted? I made a flyer that was like, hey, I can produce an event for you, a wine dinner. Send it to every winery. And to that extent, though, you just reminded me of a hilarious story. We said this is how you get shot. I knew a young man who wanted to essentially mow some lawns for extra money. And he went out into his neighborhood and he started knocking door to door. And the people that he got as customers loved him, vouched for him, said he was the greatest thing ever since sliced bread. The people that he knocked on the doors didn't really care. You know, like you said, you knock out and you're like, what do you want? To sell something and you're good. But this Facebook watch group, you know, everyone's offended on someone else's behalf, came out and posted in their little neighborhood chat, hey, have you seen that little troublemaker? He's going to steal from us and he's going to break into our houses and he's going to destroy the fabric of our very community. And like they were calling the cops on him. And mind you, all he was doing was literally just going door to door and, hi, I want to mow your lawn. Here's a little flyer. I charge cheap. I got my tools.
Kid trying to make some money.
Yeah. So marketing. What could he have done better to maybe be more? And I'm not trying to say that he looked like a threat or X, Y, and Z, but sometimes literally your appearance is a good reflection of your marketing. And it's also can be a bad reflection of your marketing. You can have a great product, but if you're not looking presentable, if you're not looking apart,
if you're not assaulting all 5 senses,
exactly, you're essentially unappealing to somebody with that sense, you know.
So you asked what could he have done different, or what should he have done different. So step 1 would have been to hire the guild. We would have taken care of everything from there. We would have knocked out of the park for him. And on that regard, as far as marketing goes, I mean, yeah, you're right. The way you're dressed reflects who you are. I don't know if there's a proper way to dress for mowing lawns or not. At the end of the day, you know, some 18-year-old kid going around. But you asked what marketing could have been done different. Like you said, do the modern door-to-door. Blast an email. Get in that Facebook group that had to do with the homes and say, hey, my name is such and such. I'm going to go mow lawns. If you want to book a thing with me, shoot me a message. I'll take care of you. This is examples of my work. Here's pictures. Tag the people you have done that would be like, oh my God, this kid was great. I could have never imagined life before him. And yeah, just market it the good old fashioned way. Because at the end of the day, you know, he talked about, he's like, dude, first off, they talked about there were cops in that neighborhood, talked about calling them on me. I never saw them. Second off, I got all the clients I wanted. You know, I made my money. Obviously, an 18-year-old isn't really looking to pay a mortgage. It was more so like calling up the friends and, hey guys, I got food money, I got video game money. Whose place am I coming over?
Mm-hmm.
And do you have any lawns to mow today? No, I don't. I didn't book. No. But yeah, it definitely is like you said, appearance is everything. The way you brand yourself, the way you market yourself, the way you pose yourself. I know, Sid, you mentioned that you have the targeted ads, that you have the legitimately, hey, this is who I want as my customer, and then this is, who I'm looking to tackle. Do you think there are other ways or other things that you haven't, like, hey, coming soon, I'm going to start doing this as far as marketing or branding goes?
What do you mean?
Like you had mentioned, like you were targeting the ads and being able to find zip code by zip code.
Oh.
These are the people that I want to send these blasts to. Do you have anything else like, hey, coming soon, or this is another way I would like to be presenting my brand, or anything like that?
No, just kind of paying attention to who's around you when you're at places. Like for instance, if I'm at the grocery store and I see certain things that are in people's baskets or whatnot. I'm like, oh, they enjoy food. I might, chop it up with them. And, or, I see someone that's looking for something in the store and then I just mention, or I'll help them find it and I mention that I'm a chef.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, well, I was actually wanting to get a chef for such and such. Mm-hmm. So definitely just talking about it wherever you are, talking about yourself, talking about your business. To anyone that you deem, may want your service. You can't really judge to see if you, but sometimes you can feel it.
Sometimes they come out.
But really anywhere, and just kind of being aware of your surroundings. I also will, if I'm at like a Whole Foods or a Central Market, will put my card on like nice cars. It might not be every car because
modern day
not every car, but if because cards are money. Those are dollars, so I'm not trying to like
literally dollars.
So I try and I'll put a few on like some nice cars.
Yeah.
And that's another way that I'll do it too.
Yeah.
I think a big part of my marketing that I've kind of learned, and I'm still growing into that, is knowing who not to market to. And who's not my client and what's not something that I'll be willing to do.
Hey, you said business cards are dollars. Who's the person that I'm like, this cost me $1.
Even in those Facebook groups, a lot of times I won't even respond. Yeah. Or like I won't, I'll see that they say it and I'll do like a quick search or maybe I do reach out and then just, listen to what they're saying.
Yeah. I definitely will at least give you the benefit of the doubt because I've had plenty of people surprise me. I've had people to hit me up 3 days prior, and I'm like, this is a $1,000 dinner for two. Let me see if they're really about it, and they've come through. So I will definitely respond. I will also try to point them to the right direction if I'm not a fit. But part of my brand is not diluting the brand.
Yeah.
This is what I want to do.
Yeah.
This is how I want to do it. Mm-hmm. And then anything that is not going to help build that brand, I have to pass it on to somebody else because I'm that serious about building my brand.
Mm-hmm. Name your price and live your life. Yeah. Name your price and live your life. Yeah. Name your price and live your life. Yeah. Name your price and live your life.
Naming prices, living lives. What we do, this Mirepoix. We got no strife, we only trust it.
Don't get us started.
I'm about to say that.
Damn night.
Rose now? Yes, wait.
Yes, wait, Rose. So here's a fun scale, right? There's two popular expressions. One is if you're doing something good, actions speak louder than words, right? The product will sell itself. Mm-hmm. And then the other expression is if you're not hyping yourself up, then who else will? And so
not a damn body.
Damn right. That tends to manifest itself as you have some business owners that will say, oh, no, I'm not going to make that post, or no, I'm not going to share that, or no, I've posted too many times because my product will sell itself. Mm-hmm. I don't got to plug myself into every opportunity. I don't got to plug myself into every post, into everything that I put on Facebook or Instagram, and every conversation I have doesn't have to be about what I'm doing. And then you have the other end of the spectrum where it's like, hey, look, if you truly believe in yourself, you should be bragging about yourself.
Yeah.
I always try to ask this question: where do you find that you exist on that scale of tell no one and only do work? Real G's move in silence like lasagna, and where's the other ones of like real G's move in loudness like lasagna, and you tell everyone that G be here.
Um, I think I'm smack dab in the middle. I feel like that I want to and will, eventually slide a little bit more to the lasagna side, and that's what I want to. But like we've had conversations before, is like I have to get certain things together in my back end to make me feel a little bit more comfortable to slide over.
Yeah.
But I'm smack dab in the middle. Like I do talk to people, but and it shows because I'm not in this time in my career in my life. I'm not getting a ton of offerings or people reaching out for services because I'm not doing those things yet. But I give myself grace and I give myself space and time to figure out what works best for me. So I will even because it's very important for me to actually be on that level in which I fully believe that I'm on my way to, but that's where I am. That's the honest truth.
Yeah, awareness. I think for me, right now, I'm willing to do whatever necessary to push. I recently hired an assistant who's going to be helping me finding a media manager. We hired a photographer, a videographer for the event. Like I want to get to the place to where I don't have to
go ahead. Can you go in your room and play?
I don't need an explanation of what your subconscious experience is. You just know based off the brand
in a little bit
what you're going to get, what it may cost, what's the experience like, what it's going to taste. You're going to just know at that point. I'm at the point to where I'm pushing it.
Eat your sandwich.
It's kind of like a snowball effect for me right now. I'm doing as much pushing as I need to right now, so eventually it just rolls on down, and just builds up, and that's where I'm at with my marketing.
So when you Bill Gated on him, right?
Yeah.
When you popping out the Bill Gates on him, you think you're still going to sit there? Well, or do you think you are going to pop out and say, "Hey, by the way, just so y'all know, my company exists, and you should definitely book it, and you should definitely reach out to it"? Or do you think you'll legitimately just never even speak about what you're doing unless asked?
That's the goal, man. Like I was having this conversation with somebody, and I was telling them, think about Ferrari, Lamborghini, all these exotic, luxurious cars that you never seen one commercial about. But
we're gonna be so booked that he's not even gonna have time to do that because there's everybody who's booked him already knows.
Yeah, but
us.
Well, yes, us, all of us. This is the goal that we're all having. But honestly, I'm not looking to work hard for the rest of my life. I eventually wanted to kind of start working more with Gilberto on the consultations, helping people build their brand. I just know that I have to build my brand to a place where it's honorable, where people want to know, okay, how did you do that?
Yeah.
I want to be able to teach that and just kind of help them replicate that. And the Chef Kai's experience will be essentially a super exclusive brand in itself. But the way that I'll be more accessible to other people will be just teaching them how I got it done. But yeah, my goal is to just kind of be that silent G. Like, I don't feel like I'm a loud person in general. Like,
you don't say.
Yeah, I just want to be singing. I'm working on it.
Hey, you just said it was the song like,
I just want to be singing and not heard. I just want you to know what you're gonna get, what it is, and you'll just know what it is.
You got Chef Kai over there.
Yeah.
Some people are linebackers, some people are quarterbacks.
Yeah.
And to that extent, I will say they might say real G's move in silence like lasagna, but we all know true G's are loud like Gilbert, or
like what?
Guild. We gilded on them.
This guy.
We just straight gilded. Well, I will. We're pulling up to hour 15.
Come here.
I will say, this seems like as good a time as any to let people know what we're working on, how we're working on, and do our final sign off. Mustard.
Okay, have to be quiet, okay?
Say ladies first.
Ladies first. What I'm doing?
And mustard.
Okay, my mustard is
Mustard.
stay consistent. You're exactly where you need to be. Just stay consistent and towards what your goals are in life, and give yourself grace. Like even if you're not necessarily in line, like time wise, it's okay. You're doing everything that you're supposed to do, and just be consistent and do it whenever you can. Boom.
Dope. I'll say my mustard is I think earlier today I saw somebody post it's pretty much saying, don't be upset about your haters. It was like people don't hate on the good, they hate on the great. And if you're having haters, that means that you're reaching another realm in your professionalism, your business, or whatever. So if you're ever having conflict in those areas, embrace that. That means that you're on the right path, and don't stop. Keep pushing.
Before I dive in, they say life is like a video game. When you encounter enemies, you know you're heading the right way. Yeah, when you got enemies, you know you're heading the right way. The mustard I will leave the world on is keep eating and God will keep feeding. Leave nothing on the table. Take advantage of each and everything that passes through your life and in each and every way. Think about it, be intentional, and you will keep getting fed as long as you keep eating. It's the moment you turn away food that they say, oh, he doesn't need food anymore. It's the moment you shoot down opportunity, they say, oh, he doesn't want any more opportunities. Keep eating, stay hungry, and leave nothing on the table.
This is
Stay
why
hungry.
obesity is such an issue in the United States.
Keep eating, stay hungry.
Just keep eating. Even if you're not hungry, keep eating.
Kai got some mustard. What you want to say?
It's my birthday.
It's my birthday.
Yesterday was your birthday?
Yes, yesterday.
How old are you, buddy? How old are you?
2.
You're not
No,
two
you're
no
not.
more.
I'm going to
No, you're 3 today.
She said I'm 3.
Are you 3 years old?
Yeah, throw up the
Say it.
sign.
Tell them. Say thank you for listening
thank you for listening
to the Mirepoix
to the
podcast.
Adios.
Say bye bye. See you next time.
bye and don't come back.
And don't come back. No, we want them to come back. Say come back.
Okay, come back. Don't come back.
So you ain't gotta go home, but you gotta get the hell out of here.
All right.
Like and subscribe, share with all your friends. The Mirepoix coming to you live soon, building up some fun stuff. Subscribe. At 100 subscribers, we get to make life easier for you. Mirepoix. Ow.
Signing out. See you next time.